So here at Vector Health, we've got a wonderful team around us. We're always looking for new staff members though as well to come on board and contribute to making a difference to people's lives. So I wanted to give you a snapshot of what it's like to work for us and why you should work for us and hopefully come on board. First of all, please never be shy to put an application in. We'd love to hear from you, hear what you're looking for. From a new grad perspective, it's all about education and support and mentoring. So in your first year, you come out with all this wealth of knowledge, and how do you filter that down to something that's relevant so that you can help people? I think sometimes it becomes very confusing because what works and what doesn't work. I'm a firm believer that helping you find your feet and providing mentoring, so you will get generally 1 to 2 hours a week one-on-one with myself to go over cases. We will pick apart certain problems. I look at the whole picture, so it's very much about understanding the anatomy behind it, the physiology behind it, the person behind the injury as well. So no two shoulders are the same, no two knees are the same because everyone experiences life differently. So being aware of having different ways to manage those injuries is really, really important. Fine-tuning your skills is also my role to help you with, and definitely getting confident with your hands on and being comfortable with massage and mobilisation and what you're feeling and how you're feeling is equally important. So we'll spend a whole lot of time doing that. You also get team training, so once a week we have a team meeting where we do professional development, and that can be led from our exercise physiologists to our strength conditioning coaches to the physios themselves. It's very broad in nature. I want you comfortable in the gym setting as much as in the treatment rooms, so hopefully your skill set broadens within that. You are not going to be loaded with a caseload that is crazy either. You will see enough people that you become comfortable, but you shouldn't feel like you are overwhelmed. So when you first start out as a new grad with us, you have plenty of notes breaks, you have hour sessions. We never ever do more than one person at a time. So, and that's to do with experienced clinicians versus our junior clinicians. It's one-on-one, half-an-hour consults where you get to spend the time with that person and really connect with that person and find out what's going on. If you need more time with that person, or it is a scheduling in the diary, so we make sure that there is extra time put aside. And particularly in those first 3 months, you have plenty of time to spend, so you won't have more than 2 to 3 patients back to back before you have some time to catch your breath and figure things out. So you shouldn't be running late, you shouldn't feel overwhelmed in the process of it. If you are, then it's open communication and us figuring out how to best support you through that role. Within private practice, we're lucky enough to have a varied caseload, so what to expect when you come to work for Vector Health, everything and everything. So we will do musculoskeletal complaints, so your sporting injuries, to your arthritic complaints, to your tight necks and shoulders. We do ergonomic assessments, we do functional assessments, we go out and work in an Aboriginal community and help support community physiotherapy and those realms. We do seniors classes where you get to run a wonderful class 3 times a week with the most amazing older population that is inspiring. If there's a particular interest that you have, we can foster that as well. So if you would like to work more with the neurological components, or whether you would like to work more within the sporting setting, or whether there's just a certain particular interest, part of physiotherapy that you would like to work in, the beauty of private practice is we can start to look at that and support you along that journey. So nothing's out of the question as long as it's reasonable and expectation. And there's obviously work there to be done with that. My role as lead clinician or principal clinician is to foster your knowledge. So whether you're an experienced clinician or whether you're just starting out, I want you to be the best clinician that you could possibly be. So that means that I want people coming in and asking by your name personally, so that they're booking in to see you, and you develop a caseload that resonates with who you are and the people that you are seeing. I'd hope that you can develop relationships that people bring their family members to you, that they're out in the community talking about what a great job you've done and what a difference that you've made to them. And how to, my job is to figure out how we get you to that point that you're that clinician. It's supporting you along that journey with it. There's nothing better than working with someone and seeing the difference that you can make, and then being able to help fellow friends and family members improve themselves as well. So as a clinician, and particularly in private practice, it's very much building a brand within a brand. So whilst you're working here at Vector Health, I'd like you to be your own brand within Vector Health. That people come to see you, and why they come to see you is because you've got a unique style that works for those people, with the underlying philosophy of care, understanding, compassion and excellence. You've got to know what you're doing and back yourself up, and people need to make sure that they are heard and understood. If you can do those key things well, then you will excel as a clinician, and that's definitely our role as a senior mentoring to help foster that as well. We don't have a hierarchy system in Vector Health. I'm equally on par with everyone else. Everyone has knowledge to share, and so working together as a team is really vital to make a difference to the person that's in front of us. So your knowledge base is just as important as anyone else's, and I hope that you feel able to share that knowledge and that there's no judgment in relation to how you share it and why you share that knowledge. So it goes across the board with everyone that walks through the door, whether it's a patient versus it's a staff member. We're all the same, and we all have the same goal of trying to walk out of here better than what we were when we walked in.